So it looks like Diddy's situation is just worse than we could ever think. Because according to new reports, Diddy gave Usher an STD when he was just a teenager. So y'all know how there have been rumors of Diddy being involved in an inappropriate relationship with Usher? Looks like we finally have some confirmation as to what went down between them. Okay, so back in the day, Usher was signed by LA Reid when he was just a child. He wasn't even a teenager yet, so that gives an idea of just how long he has been in the industry. He had a great voice and everything, but when he hit puberty, his voice started to crack, and LA Reid was considering dropping him as an artist. Usher was able to convince Reid not to drop him, and so Reid sent Usher to live with his good friend Diddy. Usher was just 13 when he started living with Diddy, and from the very start, it was obvious that his house was no place for a child to be. He was a heavy partier, and he often exposed the young Usher to a lot of things that he shouldn't have been exposed to. The interesting thing about this is that Usher rarely talks about his experience living with Diddy and what it was like for him. Howard Stern got him to open up once, and the things that Usher said were enough to send alarm bells going off in their heads.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. There were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
And before y'all start asking why his parents didn't get him out of that situation, he revealed that his parents had no idea what was going on because Diddy forced him to hide the truth from his parents.
They didn't know nothing about this.
Oh.
I was having a good time, you know what I mean?
At the time, Usher didn't really go into details about what happened to him with Diddy, but he did say that he would never let the same thing happen to his kids, and that's how we know that he saw and went through some pretty bad stuff.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
The first time he gave us a hint about his experience with Diddy was the time he had an interview. He was reluctant to open up about it, and the interviewer noted that Usher became surprisingly restrained. "I want to save some stuff for my book one day," he said. "I'll put it this way, there was a lot of sex." And I'm sure y'all saw that viral video when Diddy hinted that he and Usher used to sleep in the same bed.
That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes.
Or the time he said this.
"This ain't for nobody else but you. You take your time, boy. I see you. Like, fucking doing Vegas. You were in the kitchen eating all my cereal."
Well, as it turns out that there might be some truth to the allegations after all, because Usher is also alleged to be one of Diddy's victims. Diddy's former bodyguard, Uncle Gene, has also kind of backed up this in an interview where he revealed that a lot of people in the industry knew that Diddy had a thing for young girls and boys, but they just stood by and watched him have his way.
All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and try to engage other men into acts with him. There was story that he was trying to get Chris Brown. There's stories about, those young boys that he had, a group B5 or something like that, trying to get them. It's a lot of stories that goes around.
And allegedly, Usher got herpes from one of the freak-off sessions when he was just 15. And Kim Porter knew about this, and she was going to put it in the book that she was writing before she passed away.
So what was in Kim's book? You want to hear it? Here it go. Now, I cannot confirm or deny what's in this book, but ain't nobody fit Natasha K. Me. So in this book, it detailed his relationships with men, footage of those encounters. It had the names of the men he slept with, a disease. Allegedly, Diddy giving Usher a disease.
You remember how some women and one man sued Usher back in 2017 for not telling them that he had herpes before engaging in intimacy with them. The lawsuits were either dismissed or settled out of court, but that was how we found out that Usher had herpes. Well, allegedly, he got an STD during one of the freak-offs with Diddy. It's unclear whether it was Diddy himself who gave him the STD or one of the many escorts. And child, you already know the internet had a lot to say. Whole time we thinking different about Usher back then, about herpes, and he got it from Diddy. I struggle to believe that's what I heard, although it's no longer news that Usher got some herpes from intimacy between him and Diddy. And now we know where Usher got herpes from, probably as a child too with Diddy. Sick, sad industry, y'all praise. Yeah, Diddy is going down hard after these allegations because he is already getting canceled left and right. Brands are dropping him. Nobody in Hollywood wants to associate with him. The Grammys are banning him, and he even got kicked out by his own company. This is one messy roller coaster, but y'all let me know what you think about what he did to Usher and giving him the STD, and I'll catch y'all in my next video.